Now on 4 News Now, strong wind could undercut fire crews' efforts to surround the wildfires that have destroyed thousands of homes in Los Angeles. Why officials say they aren't letting people go back and check on their homes.
And I'm tracking more low clouds and another round of fog on the way. I'll show you if that means we'll see some slick conditions headed to work.
Plus, time is running out for TikTok to avoid being banned in the U.S. Hear from local influencers who use the app to help turn their passions into careers. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
On your screen right now, video of a neighborhood in LA County that has been destroyed by one of the wildfires still burning in Southern California. Really tough to look at that. These fires have been burning now for nearly a week, destroying thousands of homes and killing at least 24 people. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Right now, about 92,000 people are under evacuation orders, but the county's fire chief is giving people hope. He says the Eaton fire is now a third contained and progress is being made on containing the other fires.
We are not in the clear as of yet.
Fire officials say the thousands of families who have already fled their homes won't be able to return until the area is completely safe.
And once they can return home, many will return to this. Nothing but rubble and ash. Families are pleading with the police department to see the damage for themselves.
They need that to file insurance claims. People just wanted to see what was left of their house.
We know that, but we have people literally looking for the remains of your neighbors.
There's still no word yet on what sparked these fires.
And like with most other disasters, scammers are already setting up fake charities and posts to try to take advantage of your generosity. For example, fraudsters will send out messages with urgent and persuasive language like, "We need your immediate support." It'll provide a link with a name that looks legitimate but is often a scam.
Scams come in many forms. They're often creative, confusing, persuasive.
Now, the FBI has these tips on how to spot a scam. Legitimate charity organizations websites use .org, not .com. Also, don't click on links that you get through text messages or emails. Instead, type out the website address to see if it's actually real. And watch out for charities with copycat names. Well, here in the inland Northwest, it's going to be another foggy start to the day tomorrow.
Let's send it over to meteorologist Matt Gray, who's in for Chris Crocker, to see if you'll need to break out the ice scrapers tomorrow morning.
Oh, that is a most definitely, Kirsten, here, as we're either going to see fog or some of the coolest temperatures we've seen here, at least akin to the coolest temperatures we've seen so far this winter. Any moisture in the air will mean you're going to have to hit the defroster on high for a little bit longer in the morning. So if you got used to it the last couple of days, we'll run back to foggy weather for tomorrow. Temperatures down into the middle 20s, very light winds, which means at least for the first half of the day, the fog and the cloud cover will persist. So far, I'm not seeing much fog development here, but a lot of low cloud cover. And we're kind of actually waiting for some of this to dissipate a little bit, because when it does, we'll see temperatures, particularly in Spokane, where this bank of clouds here sitting in blue is retreating to the north. Once it does that, and we see some clearing skies, those temperatures, which are in the 30s right now, will start to go down pretty quickly, and that'll get us back towards basically the point where we start to see some fog condense out some of that moisture in our atmosphere. So here are our lows for tonight. Definitely one of the cooler nights we have had really over the last couple of months. Lots of mid-20s out there, even some low 20s as you work your way into some of our northern counties. That's all going to pale in comparison, though, to what is coming right around the corner for your holiday weekend. We will talk about that and how cold it'll get coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Take a look at this video now. Earlier this afternoon, fresh grass with the Los Angeles Rams logo was rolled into State Farm Stadium, the home of the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams were supposed to host their playoff game in Los Angeles, but due to the wildfires, the game was moved to Arizona.
And several of the Rams players' and coaches' homes were affected by the fires. The Cardinals helped the Rams make a home away from home in Arizona. Sydney Berger is here in studio with the other ways the Rams are paying tribute to their community.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just a little bit bigger than football, even if it means opening up your home to a divisional rival. The Cardinals welcomed in the Rams with open arms. The Rams staff wore LAFD on their shirts and hats and had Los Angeles on everyone's minds. One of our own is down there too. That's Brennan Jackson, a WSU Cougar legend, as some may call him, drafted to the Rams this year. Brennan was one of many that were evacuated with his fiancée, so they are safe with the team in Arizona. So just really devastating times in LA, but not too bad of an ending tonight for the Rams. They're headed to the divisional round with a win tonight, and here's this week's play of the game. The Vikings have the ball on third down. Sam Darnold avoids the blitz, but Akello Witherspoon knocks the ball loose. That guy right there, that's Jared Verse with the scoop and score. And the rookie gets to Superman dive into the end zone. That play helped the Rams beat the favored Minnesota Vikings. The final score 27-9, which means after a long weekend of playoff football, we've got our answers for the divisional round matchups. The Texans and Chiefs will play this Saturday right here on ABC at 1:30. Commanders and Lions later on Saturday. Then the Rams and the Eagles match up, followed by the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. Derek?
All right, Sydney, thank you. A second person has died from a car crash in Airway Heights last Wednesday. Washington State Patrol says 18-year-old Cheyenne Sichersky of Fruitland died in the hospital today. WSP says she ran a stop sign on Highway 2 just west of Airway Heights and crashed into a semi. A 16 and 13-year-old were also in the car at the time of the crash. They were both taken to the hospital. The 16-year-old later died.
TikTok could be banned by the end of this week. The Supreme Court, which has the final say on this, appeared to be supportive of shutting down this popular social media platform in the U.S.
Now, the app has thousands of creators and millions of consumers. Alexandra Coignard spoke with some people who found success on this platform and shares how they're preparing for the ban.
Videos like this on TikTok have fundamentally changed the social media landscape. For many, it has turned passions into full-time careers.
TikTok, in some ways, has really changed my life.
For registered dietitian and Spokane local Erica Beatty, being a full-time content creator was never a part of the plan. She now has more than 200,000 followers on TikTok, which she uses to share realistic nutrition information and health recipes. While her audience has spread across other platforms, her boom was on this app.
And so without TikTok, that puts another roadblock in how I reach new people.
TikTok has turned into a hub for all kinds of entertainment. Adam Foote, also known as the Handpan Man, went viral in 2022 for posting videos of himself playing the handpan at scenic spots in Coeur d'Alene.
TikTok has 100% helped me to get to where I'm at. And I am so grateful and so thankful to be where I'm at. And I would not have gotten here without TikTok.
As lawmakers push for a TikTok ban over national security concerns, Gonzaga University professor Joseph Flores argues we're ignoring similar data privacy issues with American companies.
The same kind of data mining that the federal government is concerned about with TikTok are the same practices that Facebook and Google use.
While a ban can be frustrating for content creators on the app, many have started to make adjustments needed to keep their businesses alive. For Beatty, that means continuing to grow her following on Instagram and
building communities on platforms that I own and control, like my own website, my own blog, my own email list.
If the Supreme Court does not strike down the ban, it would go into place by January 19th. Reporting from Spokane, I'm Alexandra Coignard, 4 News Now.
Well, speaking of social media, Facebook will no longer work with third-party companies to fact-check posts on its platform. Soon, it'll be up to users like you to flag misinformation on your feeds. The company's CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, says the new community notes feature will be similar to the one used on X. One communications professor says the change could do more harm than good.
If we look at Twitter, now X, we see chaos. We see a rise in misinformation as evident in scientific studies.
Professor Opier says the average social media user may not be equipped to detect deception, unlike these trained fact checkers. But another expert says fact checkers aren't perfect, and it's an issue Zuckerberg is trying to address.
He feels that the trade-off of having the fact check versus the bias of the fact checkers is a problem for him. So he's pulling back on that and handing it back over to the public.
Professor Karen North goes on to say, it's really up to us how much misinformation we see because we are the curators of our own feeds by what we're clicking on.
Well, we're about halfway through the school year, and many local districts have been putting new policies to the test. In August, the Spokane Public School District introduced a no phone policy, and high schoolers are still able to use their phones during lunch and passing periods, but middle schoolers and elementary school students are unplugged all day. Glover Middle School art and industrial technology teacher Caleb Olson says his students are walking into class in a better mood and doing a better job while they're there.
They just really seem like kids again. Like there's more energy to it. There's an occasional paper airplane getting made again, and they're going back to the old-fashioned text message of passing notes and things like that. And it just feels healthier.
Olson says in his 10 years of teaching, this policy change has brought the most positive impacts compared to anything else. You can check out this full story right now on KXLY.com.
All right, still ahead, a decades-old Spokane glasses shop is closing its doors and hitting the road. Find out why the owner says a growing trend pushed her to reinvent her business.
Plus, Washington lawmakers are debating new bills to cap rent hikes and protect tenants. Why some worry these measures could create new challenges. Next on 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
Northwest winters can be rough. Make sure your tires are up for the challenge.
Perfection Tire has you covered with top brands, price match guarantees, and the best warranties.
Be ready for whatever winter throws your way. Nobody beats perfection.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a pour-over purist? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
The biggest national RV show ever starts this Thursday. 5 days only at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Free admission, multiple RV dealers, and huge discounts. NationalRVShow.com.
Dear Harlem Globetrotters,
we love you.
I love your dunks.
Alley-oops.
The long shot.
4-point shot.
I love your history.
A trailblazer.
all the cool tricks.
You make me laugh.
Come back soon.
We're coming to Spokane Arena on January 27th and Beasley Coliseum on February 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com/Washington for tickets to the 2025 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
We're on with what's new this morning. What's happening now.
And what's next for you?
Get what's new now and next at 5 and 6 a.m. right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long. Good Morning Northwest and GMA.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Freezing temperatures can take a toll on your vehicle.
At Perfection Tire, you can trust our certified technicians for efficient and reliable winter service. Be safe and prepared when freezing temperatures hit.
Winterproof your ride today. Nobody beats perfection.
Well, the 2025 Washington legislative session is now underway. Over the next 105 days, lawmakers will work together to pass new laws to try to tackle some of the state's biggest issues. And one of those is the housing crisis, and a rent control bill is at the center of that discussion.
The bill would prevent landlords from raising rent in the first year of a lease. Derek Strom has more details as lawmakers heard testimony on the bill for the first time today.
We can both build more homes, and we must for our future, and protect people now from rent increases.
Both Democrats and Republicans have bills that are aimed at addressing housing affordability this legislative session. The bill proposed by Democrats would prevent landlords from raising rent in the first year of a new lease, and it would cap rent increases at 7% each year after that.
My rent rises for existing tenants are well under 5%, and all are stable long-term tenants. Keeping rent rises low is smart business and is fair to both tenants and landlords.
Legislators proposed the same type of bill last year, but it did fail in the Senate. But the supporters of the bill this year are hopeful that they can pass it to give those protections to renters so they aren't priced out of the communities that they're living in. The U.S. Census Bureau estimates around 15% of Washington renters saw a rent increase of at least $250 per month in 2024. That adds up to $3,000 per year. But opponents of the bill say capping rent increases would deter constructing new housing, and increasing the supply of housing is a priority for Governor-elect Bob Ferguson.
What this bill does, and this is what we're so worried about, is it takes the excitement around that building and it just pushes it to other states where there's more economic advantage for builders.
If the bill passes, landlords would also have to give renters at least a 180-day notice for any rent increases over 3%. There are no guidelines in the bill for how rent should be set before a lease begins.
Keeping fees reasonable and capped upon leasing to 1 month's rent also makes a transition smoother. In a best-case scenario, giving renters stability and protections under this bill may create opportunity towards homeownership one day, too.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Well, to help keep some people in their homes, some lawmakers are considering freezing property taxes for seniors and disabled veterans. Bill 1179 has bipartisan support. Its goal is to address concerns about inflation and rising property values, which they say is pricing these communities out of their homes.
They're getting taxed out of their houses, and we don't want to see that, you know, especially seniors. All the studies I've seen says the outcomes are far better if you can keep them. The longer you can keep them in their own home, the better off the outcomes are.
In 2016, the average home was valued at around $170,000. As of last month, that figure has jumped to approximately $380,000. To see why lawmakers are intentionally making it vague who would qualify if this is signed into law, look for this story now on KXLY.com.
Temperatures still in the 30s in Spokane, but you can see in the background here, winds out of the south and the skies beginning to clear south of downtown. We're looking for some more fog and some much cooler temperatures ahead in your extended forecast.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consigned Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit ConsignedFurnitureNow.com for details.
Consigned Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com. Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
ABC World News Tonight.
Delivering reliable information in uncertain times.
Facing what divides us.
Celebrating what unites us. What matters to you is our first priority.
That is our legacy of trust.
And our commitment to truth. Now, more than ever, knowing where to turn for news is crucial. Turn to ABC World News Tonight with David Muir. And 4 News Now with Derek Dice and Kirsten O'Connor. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Don't miss the New Year's sale at Consign Furniture and Jewelry. 20% off already, everyday low prices in-store and online. For all online sales, use promo code 2025. Visit consignfurniturenow.com for details.
Consign Furniture. Easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Well, thanks for staying up with 4 News Now. We've got some more fog on the way for us tonight as this very kind of calm weather pattern continues. It'll be drying for most of the week, with the exception of late Thursday, where we do have a chance for a few snow flurries around some parts of the inland Northwest, all ahead of a big cool down by this winter's standards heading into next weekend. So in our immediate future, it's high pressure. It's clouds in the morning. It's a small chance for sun in the afternoon. And hey, good vibes overall as far as winter weather goes. Now, as we get closer and closer to this kind of Arctic air pushing into the northern plains, we see that some of that brings in a little bit of moisture from off the Pacific. And this is when here, as you can see, Thursday evening at the top of your screen, this is when we'll have a chance, at least for a little bit of snow. For the most part, we're looking at mountain snow and the occasional valley flurry. Not a lot of moisture coming along for the ride with this one. So we're giving it just kind of a cursory chance here at a little bit of snow. But once again, not expecting much, not expecting it to be a huge problem out on the roads or anything like that. We'll let you know if that changes. And then here's the Arctic air as we get to Friday morning. It's going to take a little bit longer to come down behind that initial weather system that'll start cooling us off there on Thursday night. But here's how things progress heading into the weekend. We are not going to be in the heart of this latest Arctic blast. Instead, we're going to be right on the edge, but just close enough. And so that frigid air is going to come across the mountains and really drop down our temperatures to the coldest we have seen so far this season. And so it is in our general neighborhood, that Arctic air, through Sunday, through Monday morning. But once we get to Tuesday, it starts to pull away here as the overall weather feature starts tracking to the east. So really it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Some parts of North Idaho will have a pretty chilly start on Saturday morning as well. Coldest low temperatures we're anticipating for the weekend. Not everywhere in these areas shaded in pink, but there are going to be a few spots, especially Sunday and Monday morning, that will have a chance to get down to single digits above zero. Particularly going to be looking at some of those sheltered valleys in northeastern Washington and our northernmost counties in the Idaho Panhandle. For Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, we're talking about the teens. We've not hit the teens all year, so it might be a little bit of a adjustment. That's just how mild, very mild, this winter has been. Here's what you can expect for tomorrow. Surprise, surprise. It's fog. We have a good chance, however, I think, for the sun to pop out a little bit more than it has the past couple of days heading into your afternoon. And that will mean our temperatures will make a quick jump up into the mid-30s once we kind of get some of that partial clearing. There's your highs for tomorrow. Here is our extended forecast. And yeah, you can see some pretty chilly temperatures. We're down into the mid-teens by the time we get to Martin Luther King Day. So it is going to be chilly, not nearly as chilly as some recent January 10 below mornings we've had the last couple of years, but still gonna have the mittens out, I think.
Get prepared. And Matt, before we let you go, it appears we have heard that the weather department here at 4 News Now is going to get a little smaller. Is that right?
That is right. That's right. Our very own Mark Peterson announced he is going to be retiring at the end of next month. And you know what? Let Mark explain it in only the way that he can.
It's been a couple of years in the making, and it's been an ongoing conversation. Over the past 4 years, we've lost my father, my sister, and my mom. And I thought it was time to make memories instead of money.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to do, the wife and I.
Memories instead of money. Priorities in the right place. And Mark won't exactly be riding off into the sunset, never to return. He'll still be working with the Extreme team and filling in on weather every once in a while. But we'll miss the big fella around here for sure. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
Frank's Wide Shoes, now open in the old Wide Shoe store in North Division, is your best bet for the wide shoes that fit and give your feet the comfort you've been seeking. Come into Frank's Wide Shoes today for a variety of the best brands such as ProPay, SAS, New Balance, and Allegria. You will even find extra wide shoes, diabetic footwear, and diabetic socks. Come see a great selection that is in stock now. Try them on and take a pair home today. Also come check out our weekly special. We have a new item on sale each week, so don't miss out. Explore Frank's Wide Shoes and step into comfort and style.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants. I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming. Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
National RV Show starts Thursday. Spokane Convention Center. Manufacturers coming from across the country. Grand Design, Jayco, and more. Live bands, adult beverages, bank on site, indoors and warm. NationalRVShow.com.
Hi, I'm Ken, and I'm a lawyer.
I'm Donnie, and I'm not, but I am an advocate.
So am I.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
I'm an advocate.
Seriously injured? You deserve justice. You deserve an advocate.
That's us.
All of us.
Weekdays, H&I is on a mission.
Move on.
To get your blood pumping, your adrenaline rushing, and your heart pounding.
Just don't get carried away.
Heroes and Icons presents The Day Shift.
Level with me. What are we dealing with?
5 heroic hours of iconic shows, 5 days a week.
Gotta hand it to them. They are a spunky bunch.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
Well, more than half-century-old Spokane Eyewear shop is closing its doors this week, but not its business.
In an effort to stay competitive with the digital age, it is mobilizing. Taking a risk it hopes will reap a reward. 4 News Now's Hunter Bertram spoke with the owner today about what's changing and how the trend of shopping online for glasses can be a gamble.
The way we buy glasses has changed. You can go to the store and try them on,
or shop online and try a pair on virtually. Yeah, these aren't my style.
But one Spokane glasses shop is trying something new.
We're just excited about doing something different.
Stahl Optical's owner and optician, Debbie Camarda.
We're not going out of business or anything like that. We're just making a new story to our existing one.
Her practice opened since 1969, but this week they'll lock up shop for one last time, switching the lens on how they do business.
Because Spokane's big, so I would make appointments just like they make appointments for me now. But this time I would go to them.
They're mobilizing to meet customers where they're at, especially as she says more people than ever are buying glasses online, which can be a gamble.
I would bring my equipment and my tools and whatnot. We would talk and we would figure out something that works for them, their lifestyle, and then...
Often, she tells me, she sees many people come in with frames that don't work for them. It's similar to what Sean Minderman sees at Frame Factory on the South Hill.
We see it a lot. We do repairs here, so I see a lot of, a lot of online glasses come in here, and either for a repair or adjustment, that's something you can't do online.
Occasionally, he also says he sees something worrisome.
Most of the glasses online are ophthalmic quality, but you do get some that aren't.
When they're not up to ophthalmic certification, lenses pop out, frames break, which can pose a real risk on your face.
Inexpensive ways to make frame and lens.
Shopping online isn't wrong, but it can be a gamble. Pay attention to the small details, and if things don't work out, find a professional like Minderman or Camarda. In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, Idaho Governor Brad Little stopped by Hayden today to promote his new legislative agenda, what his Keeping Promises plan could mean for your child's education. Next, here on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When I was told I needed radiation treatment for a brain tumor, I couldn't stop thinking about what could happen to my memories.
Those moments I cherish from growing up, of finding myself, of the people I love, of what I've created. But they all just fade away. But when I learned how precise treatment was with Gamma Knife, I was reassured that those moments would be preserved. Because it's not only about protecting the memories I've made, but the ones I have yet to create.
For the greatest selection at the lowest prices, come to Cost Less Carpet.
As a general contractor, I bring my clients to Cost Less Carpet so they can see every option.
Everything I need is always in stock.
If it's trendy or new, I'm sure you'll find it here.
And their team of designers are so fun to work with.
It really is worth the experience.
I can find everything for my home or my client's home. No problem.
Shopping here is an awesome experience.
Cost Less Carpet, where inspiration and ideas happen.
Hey guys, there's something I want to talk to you about. There's a change in the air.
2 changes.
2 changes. Isn't that where the dog beds go?
Yeah.
And no matter how perfect things are now, and you don't want them to change,
It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
Wait, this gorgeous piece of love seat is on sale too.
Yeah, at Furniture Row, every sofa, sectional, and recliner is on sale.
Epic sell-off? Woo! Also this table with the beautiful finish.
On sale, along with every dining group, chair, bar stool.
Epic sell-off? Woohoo! Let me guess, this bed, dresser, mattress, even the pillow, all on sale?
Now you got it. Or score 60 months, no interest.
Epic sell-off, woo!
The Epic sell-off, on now at Furniture Row.
Weekdays on H&I. Buckle up.
Now strap yourself in. Put on your seatbelt.
Shift into gear.
Gear up. Let's roll.
And punch it.
Now this here is a different kind of driver.
For 5 hours of all gas and no brakes.
Keep the pedal to the metal, kid.
From heroes who always come through in the clutch.
I can't breathe. You're gonna see some fancy driving.
The H&I Day Shift. Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
Drive safe.
Idaho Governor Brad Little visited Hayden today to discuss his key priorities in the 2025 legislative session.
These include investing more money in education and fire suppression efforts. Marissa Rio was there and shares more of the governor's Keeping Promises plan.
As always, education's been my top priority.
As Governor Little took the podium today, education was a main topic of focus. This 2025 legislative session, he's proposing over $150 million in new public school funding.
It'll be additional teacher pay, which is really important up here in this part of the state where our school districts here compete with Washington. Obviously, we're going to put we'll work with the legislature about increased investments in mental health, safety, and literacy.
Governor Little also intends to invest an additional $25 million to help increase the capacity of the state's launch program. Last year, the program made $75 million available to help students who wanted to pursue in-demand careers in Idaho colleges and career technical or workforce training programs.
Of course, Idaho's growing rapidly everywhere, but the dire need for construction, auto technicians, plumbers, welders, electricians, we're just real close to both K-Tech and P-Tech right here, and they're gonna be beneficiaries of that revenue stream.
Another priority for Governor Little is fire suppression efforts. He's proposing an investment of $100 million for fire management. This past summer in Julietta, we saw the Gwen fire scorch through nearly 30,000 acres of land, destroying people's homes and businesses. During this 2024 fire season, Governor Little said the state's fire suppression fund was depleted.
So I'm asking the legislature to refill that and then put an ongoing commitment so we have the money we need for fires.
This also includes plans to increase wildland firefighter pay. In North Idaho, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And for more information on this program, you can visit our website, KXLY.com.
Let's send it over now to meteorologist Matt Gray with your first alert forecast.
All right, another day where we will end up with some cloudy and foggy conditions to start off your Tuesday. However, I've got much more optimism that we're going to clear out early enough to see a little bit of sunshine before the day is out. And you can see how that is going to affect our temperatures, hovering in the 20s while the clouds hang around, and then a quick pop-up into the 30s whenever you clear out in your neighborhood. And like I said, much more optimism than over the last 2 days. Don't think it's going to be quite like Saturday where it was sunny all day. I think we'll have perhaps a happy medium in there. I think that would be that'd be very nice. We really like to see the sunshine. I'm sure y'all know at this time of the year. So here's our temperature trend. This is the bigger story coming in for our weather over the next few days. We kind of hover around the same place we've been for the past couple of weeks here through Thursday, and then things start to take a dive as some pretty cold air moves towards our area. So hey, down into the teens by the time we get to this time next week. So it's going to be a little chilly out there. We'll talk about how we get there and how long this cooler pattern could last coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. It was a successful weekend for both Gonzaga basketball teams with wins over the WSU Cougars on Saturday.
Yeah, both teams allowed for quite a few Zags to pop off in their respective games. I'll show you who earned a conference award this week and how the Zags stack up to teams nationwide.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Legal Hill provides transparent legal solutions in divorce, custody, and mediation. Navigate life's challenges with confidence and clarity. Discover how we can support you at thelegalhill.com.
I'm Gene Bates. In 2001, the Coeur d'Alene tribe chose me to design and build their golf course, which eventually became Circling Raven.
We wanted to preserve the aesthetics of the area, and we had a great number of architects that responded to us. Gene Bates, of course, was one of them.
Everybody pointed across US 95 and said, you know, that's where we have visions of the golf course being laid out and built. I didn't see anything interesting over there.
Well, Gene was really the only architect to take the golf course out over the railroad tracks.
And so I thought, let's take a walk through that area and see what the potential may be. I did. It was like, wow. The diversity of the land was very unusual and favorable for designing a golf course on.
Are you looking for a great new gym to start the new year and crush those New Year resolution goals? Let's go! $1 a day, you can get it all. Cycling, swimming, group fitness, and the best equipment in the region. So what are you waiting for? It's time to thrive in 2025. This week at Move Fitness. Join the movement.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay. We'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
The Legal Hill provides transparent legal solutions in divorce, custody, and mediation. Navigate life's challenges with confidence and clarity. Discover how we can support you at thelegalhill.com.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
It was a clean sweep this weekend for both Gonzaga basketball teams against the Washington State Cougars. The women won on the road in Pullman, and the men won in the Kennel on Saturday. 2 days later, the Zags stay winning. That starts with freshman Allie Turner earning yet another WCC Freshman of the Week award after her performance in Beasley Coliseum. This is the 4th time Turner has been named the conference's Freshman of the Week, and this one rightfully earned. She tied her career highs in 3 categories on Saturday, hitting 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. The Zags are on a 4-game win streak heading into a game against Portland this Thursday. Tip-off in McCarthy Athletic Center is at 6 o'clock. The last time these two teams met the Zags beat the Cougs in Spokane. 10 years later, it was the same story. Gonzaga beat Washington State 88-75 on Saturday night in what is now considered a conference matchup. So the Bulldogs will play in Pullman come February, but Saturday's game allowed for Gonzaga to bump up to the 4th spot in the country in scoring offense. They're also only one of 2 schools in the nation to have 6 players that average over 10 points a game. Nolan Hickman's 19 points against WSU helped him earn a spot on this list. Gray Mike solidified his spot as the Bulldogs' leading scorer with 21 points on Saturday night, sitting with an average of 16.6 points per game.
Big challenges ahead with Eastern Washington. You know, we met as a team this morning, kind of talked about this game as a separation game for us. It's, you know, we're both 2-2 in conference, sitting in a tie for 4th in conference right now. And this is the time of year where the season can kind of go 1 of 2 ways.
Well, Idaho men's basketball is getting ready for a regional rivalry game against Eastern Washington this weekend. Both teams are having pretty similar performances in conference play so far. Idaho and Eastern both have 2 wins, 2 losses. The game tips off Saturday at 4 o'clock in Moscow. Well, former Washington State Coug and now Memphis Grizzlies rookie Jalen Wells has been a regular member of the Grizzlies starting lineup, making a name for himself and trying to make a run for Rookie of the Year. Tonight against the Rockets, he had 14 points, went 3 for 4 from deep. Sadly, not enough for the Grizzlies. They lost by just 2 in Houston tonight, but in Derek and I's eyes, Jalen Wells can do no wrong. We are massive fans of Jalen Wells and just really awesome to see him.
I have his stats pulled up right here on my ESPN Fantasy League. I've been eyeing him for a while. I might have to add him here sooner.
Oh my gosh, you have to. You have to.
I have the stats pulled up right now for my Tritons. Does anyone know where they are situated in the country?
They're looking like they're going to make the big dance.
I'm just
pretty
kidding.
awesome, actually.
Derek's the one who told me they're doing well at all. It's really good. All right, well, the Spokane Conservation District's annual tree sale is back and preparing for one of its biggest years yet.
Yeah, the Conservation District has expanded its inventory to include over 100,000 seedlings, which you could pre-order now. Mary Sheridan spoke with foresters at the Conservation District to learn how they hope to improve the environment one sale at a time.
While snow can still be found in some parts of the inland Northwest, the Spokane Conservation District wants to remind you it's never too early to start planting your spring garden.
Species like ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, western larch.
The Spokane Conservation District has hosted its annual tree sale for over 50 years.
We try to pick species that will provide some sort of an environmental benefit to the community.
Forester Ben Peterson has been there for 23 of them. Every year, this sale offers native trees and shrubs to anyone who wants to test out their green thumb. This could be for your backyard garden or for larger projects.
And we do cater not only to the general public, but also to foresters or landowners that are doing large plantings, say after a wildfire. Or
Pre-orders are open now. You'll be able to pick up your seedlings in April on Distribution Day, when SCD will host a surplus sale for any remaining plants. But based on past years, Ben recommends getting your order in now because stock goes quickly.
Get your spring off to a good start.
The Spokane Conservation District is accepting online orders until March 7th. Distribution will be April 11th and 12th. Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
I am picking out some trees right now. 4 things you got to know. More fog in the region tonight, some flurries on Thursday, and it's all ahead of a change towards some much more wintry temperatures this coming weekend.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. And want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
Nothing. Nada. If you've been injured in a car or truck accident, you don't pay the advocates anything unless we win. Zilch. Diddly squat. Donnie. I think they get it. You can stop now.
Great. I was beginning to run out of words.
Next live, Marcia Gay Harden. Plus, our How to Thrive Finance Week continues. And Wednesday,
I'm back!
Jennifer Lopez.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
How do I look? Thanks, girl.
All right, gang, it's on and popping.
Hi, Dad. Papa! I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days.
Oh.
Really?
Can I just get one quick peek?
No.
Where did y'all find this man?
I don't even know where to begin. That's the tea I really want.
They seemed happy.
In that moment, I felt like she was lying.
Shouldn't we strategize?
Oh, we're gonna improvise. Freestyle.
No.
Go to your new house!
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
We don't mess around. Hey, who's cooler than me?
Everyone. Can we try to talk to each other like adults?
Have you watched the news lately? That's not a thing anymore.
Nailed it.
Fresh Firestone baked pizzas are now available at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Welcome to Arrowhead Pizza. Specialty pizzas with top-notch ingredients and flavors that hit the jackpot. Located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's food court. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at kxly.com.
All right, welcome back. Matt Gray back with us. And it sounds like we're getting into the kind of like the rinse and repeat forecast, right? Cloudy, foggy, cloudy, foggy.
Yeah, well, you know, for so long, basically from kind of the middle of December to about a week ago, it was constant rain.
Yeah.
Occasionally there was some snow, but it was mostly rain. And that was a lot. So I think people, at least last week, definitely enjoyed the break in the weather. Certainly, it's not bad weather for outdoor activities as long as you dress appropriately. It does feel a little chilly out there with the fog in the mornings, even though our temperatures are pretty much right around average for this point in the year, and they'll continue to be that way all the way up until Friday, which is when things start to go downhill, quite literally. Cold air sinking downhill. We'll be in the teens here for the good portion of the mornings here for Sunday, for Martin Luther King Monday, and then even possibly into Tuesday as well around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Let's show you how this kind of first wave of the cold air starts moving in, because we do have a chance for a couple of flurries of snow and perhaps some snow on our mountain passes as well that you may have to contend with. That's going to be coming in for your late Thursday. See, this is about 4 in the afternoon. Some snow in the Cascades, some snow up to our neighbors to the north in BC. In the light blue colors, in the darker shades, is that colder air that's going to be rolling in. And you can see with our wind streamlines here how the winds shift as this continues to track to the south here. So it's going to be Thursday night, especially across North Idaho. That'll be our best chance for a little bit of snow. And then you've got winds coming down the Okanagan. You've got winds coming down those big open valleys here in the North Idaho Panhandle towards Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. So by the time we get to Friday morning, yeah, our lows may be very similar to what they've been recently, but a little bit of wind chill factor added on to that. So could be feeling a little chilly as you head out the door on Friday as well, even though our cooler temperatures are going to wait at least a day or two. I think there is a possibility here, especially heading into Sunday and Monday, that we may see a few areas in these pink shaded area get down to the single digits above zero. Likely going to see some sub-zero nights over in western Montana and then down into the teens, as we showed you earlier on the trend chart around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, with warmer temperatures as you head further down into elevation towards the Tri-Cities. And this may not be the last round of chilly weather either. We have spent most of the winter pretty mild. We'll take a look at this. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. The overall pattern anticipated to stay favorable for additional cold air outbreaks to close the month of January, and we have higher odds here for that all the way up until January 27th. So we may warm up a little bit after this kind of 3 or 4 day cold wave here for the weekend, but we already got to keep an eye on the following weekend just in case we do see that trend continue. So here is your 7-day forecast. Overall, as Derek mentioned, it's a little rinse and repeat weather, but you know what? If that includes some afternoon sunshine, I am A-okay with that.
Yeah. Agree. Matt, thank you. All right, if you're sick right now or you know someone who is, you're certainly not alone. More hospitals say they're overwhelmed by patients suffering from respiratory illnesses.
The CDC is warning everyone about the surge after holiday gatherings. Respiratory illnesses are now at high levels in 35 states. That includes Idaho. And we're talking about COVID, RSV, and the flu. Wastewater testing shows that influenza is leading the pack in Washington and Idaho at very high activity levels.
And Spokane County reported its first flu death back on January 2nd. The people most at risk this time of year are people over 65, anyone with pre-existing conditions, pregnant women, and young children. To protect yourself and your family, doctors say you can wipe down your kids' toys to kill any germs, wash your hands often, and keep up with vaccinations.
Around the nation, President-elect Donald Trump is set to take office in 1 week. Until then, 13 of his cabinet nominees will start their approval process, facing questions from senators. Starting with Pete Hegseth tomorrow, nominated for Secretary of Defense. Not all of Trump's nominees have hearings scheduled, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who was picked to be the Secretary of Health and Human Services. We'll be right back after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Get ready for the largest national RV show ever this Thursday through Monday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Multiple RV dealers, countless manufacturers, and unbeatable deals. Shop Brinkley, Grand Design, Jayco, Bigfoot, and more. All the newest travel trailers, toy haulers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. And all with massive manufacturers discounts. Free admission, live music, adult beverages, family fun, scavenger hunts. And you could win a new RV. Doors open 9 a.m. Thursday at the downtown Spokane Convention Center. Schedule a free VIP tour at nationalrvshow.com.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
We are Avanta. Of course we will welcome you with a smile.
We are Avanta. Of course we will always make you feel comfortable.
We're Avanta. Of course we'll take care of your dental emergency the same day.
We're Avanta Dental. Of course we have the latest technology.
We're Avanta. Of course we'll treat you like family.
Call us today at 425-0088 or come visit us in Liberty Lake.
From solid wood cabinets to designer patterned carpets and Italian-made tiles for exotic looks, Brothers Flooring and Design in Spokane and Post Falls has been helping homeowners discover fun, new products to remodel and improve their kitchens, bedrooms, and bathrooms for almost 10 years.
And right now, to kick off the new year, we're offering 20% off any carpet, luxury vinyl, or hardwood installation. At Brothers Flooring, we make it beautiful.
Washington state lawmakers in Olympia convene for their 69th legislative session.
Kicking off the first of 2 years debating various policies and how to pay for them. Murrow News fellow Albert James is in Olympia with a look at what their plans are over the next 105 days and what challenges lie ahead.
Pomp and circumstance filled the halls of the legislative building Monday afternoon as lawmakers, lobbyists, and everyday people marked the beginning of the 2-year session.
The Senate will be in order.
In the Senate, Lieutenant Governor Denny Heck urged state senators to take stock of the moment and remember the public trust that's been placed in them.
You are part of a small and important group of people determining important things, trying to do your best to elevate the condition of your neighbors.
On the other side of the Capitol, Democrat Lori Jenkins of Tacoma was elected for her 6th term as Speaker of the House. Addressing the looming $12 billion budget shortfall projected over the next 4 years, the Speaker says the budget is hampered by inflation and more demand for social programs, but lawmakers will need to ensure funding for housing, education, and other priorities that move the state forward.
We'll scrutinize our spending, and we'll look at revenue options that are balanced, fair, and move us toward a less regressive tax structure.
Jenkins also previewed a bumpy road ahead with the federal government, foreseeing fights with the incoming Trump administration over abortion rights, immigration, and LGBTQ+ issues.
We'll continue to be proactive and vigilant, looking for places where the state can step up to protect Washington State's values.
On the other side of the aisle, Minority Leader Drew Stokesbury of Auburn says lawmakers should focus on the Washington that elected them.
Let's let our federally elected officials focus on solving problems in the other Washington, and let's spend 105 days focused on solving problems in this Washington.
Stokesbury says the budget shortfall and other challenges in affordability and safety are due in part to past choices by the legislature. He says lawmakers need to be more careful about how they close the deficit.
And we should think carefully before we enact new taxes that will make life even less affordable. A tax on jobs will mean fewer jobs. A tax on real estate transactions will mean more expensive real estate.
The opening week festivities continue with Governor Jay Inslee giving his final State of the State address on Tuesday before Bob Ferguson is sworn in as Washington's 24th governor on Wednesday. At the state capitol in Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, parenting is hard. It's so hard that the Surgeon General says it has become a public health issue.
According to the American Psychological Association, 41% of parents say they're so stressed on most days that they cannot function, and nearly half of them say their stress is completely overwhelming. The stress parents feel rises to a significant public health issue, balancing schedules, making countless decisions every day, not to mention keeping up with kids' evolving needs, can leave parents feeling burned out and exhausted.
Parental burnout can impact your mental health, and mental health struggles can lead to brain fog. If you have difficulty focusing, sluggish thinking, and memory lapses, you might be suffering from brain fog. Talk to your doctor to see if they'd recommend a formal cognitive assessment.
As some ways to help ease your mental load are putting less stress on your memory, like relying on lists and avoiding multitasking. We have more tips on how to deal with this stress right now on KXLY.com.
Oh, just avoid multitasking. It's that easy.
When you're a parent, yeah.
There are good parts too.
Yeah. Anyway, you're playing forecast. I don't know how to transition out of that. There's some hot button stuff in that story for sure. It's getting chilly this weekend. Break out the mittens. Break out the hats. Haven't really needed them this year. You will in just a few days.
All right. Matt, thank you so much.
And we will see you on Nightside at 11 o'clock.